Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Steelers Cameron Heyward delivers one-liner on recent Aaron Rodgers reaction. Members of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization may be frustrated with the length of Aaron Rodgers' free agency. But one of Pittsburgh's top leaders, Cameron Heyward, defended the quarterback on social media Monday. Heyward took significant issue with a tweet that stated NFL fans were praising the New York Jets for how they parted ways with Rodgers this offseason. The tweet Heyward responded to came from an NFL Rumors account. The tweet was in reaction to what fans have been saying online since Rodgers criticized the Jets about his departure from the organization this offseason. Rodgers criticized the Jets while appearing on ESPN's The Pat McAfee Show on Thursday. "How can this be praised? This ain't cool," tweeted Heyward in response. As one could have guessed, Heyward received a lot of feedback for his one-liner defending Rodgers. In the first few hours after defending Rodgers, the Steelers' defensive lineman only made one reply to the feedback he received. One social media user apparently found Heyward's defense of Rodgers more about the defensive lineman sticking up for a teammate. But the Steelers' captain clarified that wasn't his intention. With a second tweet, Heyward made clear he disagreed with how the Jets handled parting with Rodgers. "That ain't business. Communicate with agent if you don't want to deal with it. Has nothing to do with being my teammate," tweeted Heyward. During his interview with McAfee, Rodgers stated his conversation with new Jets head coach Aaron Glenn was only a few minutes long. The two sides had the brief conversation despite Rodgers flying across the country to meet with the organization. Ironically, Rodgers has yet to officially become Heyward's teammate in Pittsburgh. But Heyward still argued his defense of the quarterback had nothing to do with his personal feelings about him. NFL insiders have reported multiple times this offseason the signs point to Rodgers signing with the Steelers. However, that appears very much in doubt after what else the quarterback had to say to McAfee on Thursday. "This entire time, I haven't felt like I owed anybody some sort of decision at any point," Rodgers told McAfee. "This is my life. Things are different now. My life is different, my personal life is different." Furthermore, Rodgers added the Steelers haven't given him a deadline to make a final free agency decision. Because of what Heyward has previously said about Rodgers this offseason, it's more than fair to question how genuine Heyward's defense was of the quarterback. On March 18, Heyward didn't sound pleased about Rodgers dragging his feet with his NFL free agency decision. "I ain't doing that darkness retreat. I don't need any of that crap," Heyward said on his podcast. "Either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. That's simple. That's the pitch." Speaking with Davante Adams, insider says Aaron Rodgers wants red carpet rolled out for him. If the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to sign Aaron Rodgers, they might need to put on a bigger show. Still a free agent 2 days before the draft with no indications he'll sign soon, NFL insider Mike Silver believes Rodgers needs to feel like the Steelers, or any prospective team, really wants him in the building. And according to Silver, that's not his own speculation. That's coming from Rodgers' longtime teammate and friend Wr Davante Adams. Joining Scoop City's Diana Rossini and Chase Daniel Monday night, Silver relayed his conversation with Adams about Rodgers. First, Silver confirmed how upset Rodgers was following a short and terse exit meeting with the New York Jets, an incident Rodgers slammed the team over during last week's interview with Pat McAfee. Next, Adams told Silver what it'll take to get Rodgers inside another team facility on something more than just a visit. "The second thing Davante told me was, I think Aaron wants someone to roll out the red carpet for him," Silver told the show. "That is what he is looking for. I'm not sure if he would consider the Steelers doing that right now. I'm not positive how Aaron perceives that or how the Steelers perceive that." Rodgers' apparently desires stem from mistreatment over 2 difficult years with the Jets. Seasons full of drama, rumors, leaks, and general chaos. Reportedly, he was nearly benched in 2024 but remained in the lineup as his head coach and general manager were fired. Though the odds of him retuning under Aaron Glenn's new regime were slim, Rodgers was unhappy with his unceremonious exit, flying from Los Angeles to the Jets facility for a brief meeting when he expected to spend hours with the organization to discuss his future. Rodgers visited Pittsburgh last month, spending several hours with Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, Arthur Smith, and quarterbacks coach Tom Arth. During his McAfee appearance, Rodgers spoke glowingly of the organization. But none of it has compelled him to sign with Pittsburgh. He cited personal issues and focus on helping his inner circle through life events before deciding on his football future. Steelers' 2025 NFL Draft trade proposal for franchise quarterback. Every team in the NFL has a pretty good idea of who will be under center for them in Week 1 next season. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the exception. As of now, Mason Rudolph is atop the depth chart at the quarterback position. Rudolph started his career with Pittsburgh and had a few different stints leading the team, but the Steelers let him walk in free agency last year. They then signed him back from the Tennessee Titans this offseason. The season outlook will be bleak if the Steelers plan on playing Rudolph all year, as his track record is far from inspiring. Unfortunately, the Steelers don't have a clear path to adding an upgrade. They've been linked to Aaron Rodgers, but there is no telling where his head is at, and he very well may settle for retirement. Even if the Steelers sign Rodgers, it isn't like he impressed in his last 2 seasons with the New York Jets. Additionally, the Steelers are drafting too late to secure one of the best quarterback prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft. The team is picking 21st overall in the first round, so Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders will be long off the board by the time that they are up. A trade up for a top 2 pick is something that the Steelers should pursue to ensure that they can find their long-term signal caller, as they've had a rotating carousel of players at the quarterback position since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Steelers receive, number 2 pick. Browns receive, number 21 pick, 2025 second-round pick, 2025 fifth-round pick, 2026 first-round pick, 2026 second-round pick. It is widely believed that the Titans will select Ward with their first overall pick. That leaves the Browns with pick number 2 as the team Pittsburgh should try and do business with. The Browns also need a quarterback, which is why they would consider Sanders with their first-round selection. However, reports have indicated that they may instead settle on Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter with the pick, which means that they either don't like Sanders as a player or are happy with their current quarterback situation. The team traded for Kenny Pickett this offseason, and although he was a backup last season, he was a first-round selection not long ago. If the Browns don't think that they need a quarterback, then perhaps they'd be willing to trade down, knowing that other teams would pay a pretty penny for the chance to move up for Sanders. In this deal, the Browns would add 5 total draft picks, including 2 first-rounders. That's a price a team like the Steelers should be willing to pay in order to figure out their quarterback problem. Most of the rest of the league already has an established star or a young player that they think can become a star. The Steelers have neither, but if they moved up for Sanders, they have a system in place for the Colorado product to thrive right away. The Steelers are known for having great offensive line play, and they added DK Metcalf to the receiving corps in an offseason trade. Additionally, Pittsburgh's elite defense can help take some of the burden off of Sanders' shoulders in his rookie season. The Steelers have never been below .500 with Mike Tomlin at the helm, but they've been missing an elite quarterback who could get them over the hump since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Sanders could be that player. And you, fan? What do you think about Deion Sanders' situation? Write to us in the comments.